Okay, it's been some time since this point has been discussed, so I thought I'd just bring it up again. It's how to make a tidy end to a cable using a blowtorch and a drill. So rather than having loads of frayed ends of cable sticking out, I thought I'd show how to tidy them up. Some people reckon you can solder them. You can't on certain cables. Stainless, I believe, doesn't solder very well. So it's just easier to use a blowtorch and to actually weld the end of the cable. I'll show you how. So here's a cable with a typical end. As you can see, it's fairly frayed. We want to make this nice and tidy. Notice that when looking down the end of it, the actual rotation of the strands is anti-clockwise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I've put the cable in a vise just to hold that end, and I'm going to take that end of the cable and I'm going to put it into a battery pad, in this case drill, and I'm just going to close the jaws tightly onto the cable. Now, because this cable is twisted anti-clockwise, I'm going to need to set my drill into the reverse direction so that as I lightly press the trigger, it's going to turn backwards, which is tightening up the strands. Now, I've got it on speed 1, so I've got nice gentle control. This drill has got a sort of soft start trigger on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to heat up with my blowtorch, this is a map torch in this case, the area where I want it to cut, and as it starts to glow red, I will then press the trigger, and that will tighten up the strands and shear them off and weld them at the same time. So here we go. Glowing nice and hot. And there we go. Right. So this might still be a bit warm, but what I want to show the camera is that has now got a nice little point on it that's welded, that can be fed through holes easily and will not come undone. So outside, the camera wasn't doing a very good job of focusing on the work I'd done, so I thought I'd bring the cable in. This is the end of the wire after I've cut it using the blowtorch and the drill, and as you can see, the strands right here are nice and welded. In fact, if I touch them, they won't come apart, they'll stay together, and they form quite a nice point. So if you have to find your way through a little hole in a cleat or something like that, it'll do it quite easily.